goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a run with Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
He's letting this one go. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Cook following the penalty. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The ball carrier. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Cook on the toss left. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. After the interception, here's Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
A gain of 21 yards.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run. Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second is Watson. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the Texans first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
brings up second.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Herbert off of play action. He's going to let it go again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate.
And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Phillip Lindsay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strengths.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. The offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Complete to David Johnson. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
O.J. Mudia.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you... Brandon Cooks! Touchdown, Houston! Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Good. Makes the score Texans 34. Cardinals.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the 36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Now Herbert. This one caught by Isabella. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
Herbert. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5 to Johnson again. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Cardinals 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.